Get the manager. Yeah, this is room 1506. Where is my stuff? Who checked us out? This is Nathaniel Kahn. We have not checked out. Who said that? Listen to me. I am Nathaniel Kahn. I have not checked out. None of us have checked out. Everything is gone. My stuff is totally gone. My computer's gone. Everything. My bags are gone, everything. The party has not checked out. We have not checked out. Room service, you want me to sign that thing? Yes. Okay, no problem.
Thank you. Good night.
Hi, Mark. It's Cal. Hey, how you doing? You guys got into Philly okay?
Nathaniel, I just wanted to check in and make sure, you know, you knew we'd arrived safely in Philly and everything's looking good and good first day.
So. Make it great. Yeah,
good. Glad to hear it. Is your director around?
Yeah, got your little letter here.
Yeah, you got our background stuff and the pictures and all the questions.
Good luck with this. Make it great. I'll do my best.
That's great.
I guess we get to go see, we get to see Knight tomorrow.
Well, I got to tell you, we are so excited about this. We got unprecedented access to this guy, and Knight just apparently does not give interviews.
So here we go, Bob. Mr. Shyamalan himself, there he is. The notoriously secretive director. Well, it's pretty clear what they want. A straight-ahead, behind-the-scenes doc.
You can do this in your sleep.
Let's just keep rolling, okay? Shoot the whole process. Interesting stuff always comes up. It should be up here on the left. Here we go. This might be it. We're trying to get to Route 3.
You can go right down there. Just keep going.
Okay.
Just keep going until you go down a long hill and you're there.
They said Route 3.
Well, you can turn around and go down there and hit Route 3. You'll find it, you'll find it.
Oh, all right, I'll go this way then. Is that from the set? Yeah. This is probably it right here, right?
Yeah, pull in so it's
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Okay, I'm Nathaniel Kahn. How are you? We're here to do the documentary. We're working on the documentary about Knight and the village.
Okay.
I got a paper here. Callum, you have that paper? We're supposed to meet the publicist. We're supposed to know about this. Okay. It's from Sci-Fi Channel.
Okay, this isn't sufficient enough to get you onto the site.
They told us we could.
I'm not getting cell phone reception here. It's okay.
Is there someone we could call? Like,
yeah, I can.
We're supposed to meet the publicist, Alana.
Daniel?
Yeah.
Hey, Alana. Nice to finally meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Hi.
Welcome.
Hi.
Those map quest directions were totally wrong.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry. No, I apologize.
No, we found it. We found
did?
it fine. Absolutely.
Okay, good. Before we go down, because I want to take you down to meet Knight and you can actually see the set, there are just a couple of ground rules that are important for you guys to follow, and this includes the crew as well. The most important thing is not to make eye contact with Knight while he's directing. It's very important for him to be able to stay focused. And please don't get into any of the actors' eye lines, obviously, because that would be a disaster. And please don't talk to any of the crew members either. Until I introduce you, I don't want you to approach Knight. We have a very clear communication. I'll be able to tell when it's cool for you to go over and when it's not, and it'll just make everything run a lot more smoothly.
Okay.
And I think other than that, it's going to be great. All right, so let's go.
What's the big shot?
So, what's this one about?
Well, I could tell you It takes place in 1897, and it's the story of a small group of people who left the cities to form a utopian community out in this beautiful, natural place.
Can you tell me anything more about, like, is there anything that happens in the story that, is it like The Sixth Sense, or is there a surprise ending, or?
Well, I hate to spoil, I don't want to spoil it for you. You'll recognize him in the sense, it's like The Sixth Sense in that. It's very Night. It's better if you know nothing about it, I really have to be running on now, but
all right.
It's good to meet you. And
I just talked to Knight, and you can definitely meet him today, but we're not going to be able to do the interview today. And I want you to come, and these guys can't come. It's just things are a little crazy on the set. I can't go into it, but
we can't. Couldn't we just bring?
No, absolutely not. I'm sorry. So no cameras. I'm sorry. We'll do it another day, but I want you to come say hi. Can you come meet Nathaniel in 1 second?
Hi, Knight.
How are you?
Thanks.
Hey, I like your duck.
Thank you so much for taking the time out. Yeah, terrific. Wonderful.
Good.
Okay. Thanks a lot. See you.
Bye, Knight. We'll see you later.
Thanks a lot.
So, Nathaniel?
Yes.
What I just want to go back to the office. I want you to sign the confidential.
Oh, we need to sign. Dear Nathaniel, enclosed, please find a packet of background information and a list of interview subjects for you to talk to. Also, a list of pre-approved questions to ask Knight from his publicist. All the best, Mark. What are your top 10 movies? What is it like to be so successful so young? What is it like to be so successful so young? How do you get such good performances from your actors? Why do you choose to stay in Philadelphia? Good question.
Hey, Nathaniel.
Hey, Callum.
They don't want us back on set now. Our next approved visit will be Thursday. So Alana has arranged for us to interview some of the people on the original target list.
Who's she got in mind?
Mayor, Street,
All right.
the film commissioner.
All right. So that's the morning.
Fine, so then we can be on our own for the rest of the day. Do whatever you want to do.
Well, I am not too familiar with Night Shyamalan and his movies.
I see dead people.
The 3 major movies he's known for have twists.
He permits you to see certain things, but not everything.
There's used a lot of red in The Sixth Sense to, I guess, signify where death was present.
He knows that whatever he could show you on the screen is nothing compared to the terrors that your imagination can conjure up.
I mean, you could get yourself scared to death. I guess you could.
Do you know anything about him personally at all?
Not really. Seems to keep to himself, kind of mysterious.
I mean, his paranoia might be too. I guess it is paranoid, but I don't think it's completely unhealthy paranoia.
Lives in Philadelphia?
Can I mention the location?
Right, Eddie?
These kids are?
Yeah, I think so. Eddie, are you rolling? You be able to hear them?
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, guys. How you doing? You know whose house this is? M. Night Shyamalan, right? You know, he's shooting a new movie out, in Westchester. You guys probably know that, right? Okay. Anyway, we're doing a documentary about him. Would it be okay if I come over and talk to you for a few minutes? Is that cool?
Yeah, it's cool.
So, thanks for talking to me about this. You guys are diehard Night Shyamalan fans, huh? Like his movies a lot?
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially Signs, Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense. Yeah.
Unbreakable.
What about you? Like his movies a lot?
Yeah.
How come? What about him?
They're just real mystical little scenes here and there to foreshadow events happening later in this movie.
So you just, you hang out here often?
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
You ever see him?
Occasionally. See him drive by, make eye contact. He understands why we're here.
Fans?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes,
Yeah,
fans.
We're good friends.
Autographs?
Occasionally. We've gotten one or two.
Yeah, I've got some. I mean, you don't know about M. Night?
Don't do it.
They don't know what about him? No. He's a filmmaker, Hollywood A-list?
Everyone knows.
Everyone knows what?
Well, M. Night's connected to the other side.
He's connected to the other side?
Oh, yeah.
Is that what you guys think?
Well, we know.
You know? How do you know that?
I can prove it if you want.
I don't know, man. We'll see. Hey, this is the job.
What's up, guys?
Your mom's okay with us being here and all?
Yeah, she's fine.
Okay. What do we do?
There's some salad.
Okay. Just take off the coat.
Just, we're just gonna move this right here.
Okay.
All right?
Yep.
Yes.
Be very curious. Ouija board?
Yeah.
Okay.
You could sit down right here.
Okay.
Okay.
What do we do now?
Just relax, concentrate, try to be quiet. Just put your fingers over this.
Okay. To touch it?
Without touching it, just hover very close to it.
Okay.
Are there any spirits in this room? Are there any spirits in this room we could ask a question of? See, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Ask the question.
Me ask a question?
Yeah.
Are there any spirits in the room with a connection to a man named Knight?
Well, use his other name. M.
Is it Manoj?
Manoj, yeah.
Are there any spirits in the room with a connection to a man named Manoj? Did you do that?
No, I didn't do that.
You didn't do that.
Our fingers weren't touching it. This has happened before. I mean,
you
have to believe. No, you guys, M. Night is connected.
Did you see that, Bob?
I want to see the dailies.
You shot it. You got that. You have no idea what just happened there, but sure was cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Bob, can you take a look at this?
What?
Look at this.
Is this the Ouija board?
Yeah. Watch. Hang on. Watch. Look, his hand is off. His hand is off it.
This is where you push it.
I'm not touching it. It's got to be a trick, but I have no idea how he did it. Are there any spirits in the room with a connection to a man named Manoj? Look at this. Look at this. I'll do it slow. I'll do it slow.
Pretty surprised.
There it goes. There it goes. His hand is not touching it at all.
And you didn't do
Look,
anything.
he pulls back. Maybe he's got a magnet out of there or something. I don't know. We were all there.
He didn't pull it though, right?
No, how good, look at this
I know,
finger.
that's what I'm
He
watching.
can't pull
I'm
it.
watching right there.
He cannot be pulling that. It jumps from underneath his finger. See that? What do you make of it?
I don't know. What can you make?
I don't know. I mean, I guess it means Knight is connected. He's connected to the other side.
Maybe his kid's connected.
That's what the kid said.
Come on in. Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, guys.
Good. Do you remember Knight?
Sure. Hey.
Nate, Knight?
Can I ask you a personal question? About the thing you wear around your neck?
Mm-hmm.
What is that? I always see it in all the photographs. And...
It's has a little Sanskrit prayer in it from India, from a priest who put it in it. And my dad gave it to me.
What is the prayer?
I don't know, we'd have to open it and see, but I assume it's to keep me safe. That's what he told me.
Do you feel the need to keep safe?
Feel safe with it on.
But you were never supposed to open it. It's a...
Yeah, I don't think that's the right thing to do.
Just wanted to ask you what it's like to be so successful so fast. I mean, this is your 6th movie?
I guess, yeah, I guess so.
Right?
Lucky 6,
Your
right?
6th movie.
Yeah.
Do you feel a lot of pressure to succeed on this movie?
Yeah, you know, the expectations are there. I can't just... It feels like I can't just make a movie. It has to connect in some unusual fashion for it to be appropriate. Otherwise, it's just a movie.
Can you tell me a little bit about this movie?
Yeah, I think, you know, it's generally about people dealing with the unknown, and I think the unknown is a very powerful thing.
But what's it really about? I mean,
what's it really about? I suppose, like everything else, like all the other movies, it's about belief. You know, believing. The act of believing. I enjoy that, the ability to take someone in and make them believe in something that they maybe wouldn't have believed 2 hours before.
Mm-hmm. We went by your house the other day, and we saw that there are these kids hanging out there. And I asked them, you know, why they were there. And then I sort of talked to one of them in particular. He said to me that these kids have a belief that you're not just making good stories, but that you're actually connected to the other side.
People believe, you know, crazy things. You know, if you I was making a movie about a rock star, they might think I was a rock star. I mean, they're just, you know, they hang out outside my house. You know, they're just into looking for autographs or something. I don't know, maybe that one kid. The people believe what they want to believe. Yeah.
Okay. Knight, we should go back.
That's it?
Well,
Are we...
do you,
no, I should
ready
get
to
back. I
go?
don't want to.
All right.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay, all right. Thanks a lot. This was wonderful.
Thanks, Eddie, right?
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Thank you.
All right.
See you soon.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm
Okay,
gonna
all right.
I'm going to take Knight back to set. And
Okay.
Would you wait here for me? I just need to talk to you for 1 minute.
Sure,
okay?
sure,
So
sure.
Why don't you
Yeah.
guys hang here?
Okay,
All right.
okay.
Thanks.
Yep. Is he pissed off?
Nah.
Is there a problem?
Yeah, it's got to move it a bit.
Camera, Bob. Roll camera.
What just happened?
What do you mean, what just happened?
What? Nate, we went over all those questions really
Right.
clearly.
Right.
Knight is really upset right now. At the
I'm
end
sorry,
there,
I
when
didn't-
you're asking him about the kids going to his house, violating his privacy like that, what were you thinking?
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Can you get out here?
What?
Excuse me.
Sure, I do.
Understand who you
This is St. Albans Place.
Oh, yeah? I always forget you're from Philadelphia.
Philly boy.
Yeah.
We got to go to some of these places.
More and more inclined to believe in aliens rather than ghosts.
So, you're kidding? You believe in aliens more than ghosts?
Yeah.
Oh, I believe in ghosts way more than aliens.
Really?
Way more.
Do you think Knight believes in ghosts?
Well, after today, I'm not sure we're going to get a chance to ask him what he believes in.
You think what? You think it's over?
No, I just think Alana is a control freak, that's all. Oh. Great sequence. This is great. You don't see the alien for like an hour. There's gonna be more.
You don't see the shark in Jaws.
That's good.
Hey, it's Mark Stern calling from Sci-Fi. I heard there were some problems out on the set the other day. Just want to make sure everything's cool. A little concerned about it. You know, we don't want to piss off Knight. I guess Knight got a little disturbed about stuff. We got a call from his publicist. So, could you give me a call back when you get a chance? Okay? Thanks. Bye.
I think we should call it a day. I'm gonna call Alana right now.
Hi, Jace. This is Nathaniel Kahn calling. We met outside Night Shyamalan's gate, and we'd love to talk to you again if you have some time. So give us a call when you get a minute.
You have to take this quiz first. What is M. Night Shyamalan's first name?
I know the answer to that. Manoj.
Right. Where was M. Night born?
Pondicherry, India.
Correct. What was M. Night's intended profession?
Teacher, lawyer, scientist, doctor.
Which film was a major influence for Signs?
I'm gonna say Close Encounters.
No, it was The Birds. Where did Knight attend university?
NYU.
Which number has particular significance to Knight?
I'm gonna guess 6.
All right, you're in.
What is this?
Well, this is where people all over the world who are fans of M. Night can be connected here. Why don't you just sit here?
Okay.
And talk.
All right. Bob, just make sure to get good shots of the screen, okay?
Yeah.
Any good night stories? What's with the numbers? I see 1, True Fan 3, Raven 5.
The numbers, they show like your level of how deep you go, the higher your level is.
Well, what are you?
I'm a 3. He's actually the only 5 like I've ever met, or any of my friends.
Great, where are you? I'm not telling where I am. I'm in Chicago. You know this guy?
Yeah, we've spoken to him a few times.
What? Good guess. All right, this is a party game. How does he know this? What are you wearing? Funny.
He sees us.
What?
I can't read it.
Read
He
it.
sees your camera.
It says there are others with you. One with the camera. All right. What's the trick?
Not all things are tricks. He's gone.
What's that?
He's gone. He left.
What is wrong with this?
What are you doing?
Internet problem. I'm trying to get back on that site. Excellent. Hey.
You guys filming?
Yeah. We're making a documentary. Shamanic? Yeah. We've been shooting all
Is that
day.
the new G4 Macintosh or?
It's not the new one. I've had it for a couple years.
Oh, okay.
You know about these suckers?
Yeah, I like computers. I do tech support for the businesses around on the site.
Internet stuff?
Oh yeah.
Can you hook them up? Okay, this is what it did for me, and I said Chicago, and it said Philly.
Okay, so let's say LA.
Okay.
See, cooled out the weather. He has no idea.
Ask him if he knows what you're wearing.
If he knows what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel real weird doing this. See, things like some type of porn pervert kind of dude. Look, he told me to get lost. Here, listen, this is my number for, you know, if you have any computer problems or anything.
Hi, Graham. This is Nathaniel Kahn calling, and if you could give us a call at some point in the near future, that'd be terrific.
At the tone, please record your message.
Hello, Dave. This is Nathaniel Kahn calling, and we're doing a little documentary on Night Shyamalan, and he mentioned your name as somebody we could talk to, just to talk a little about your memories of him. Thanks very much. Bye-bye. Hi, Jose. This is Nathaniel Kahn calling, and I thought we were supposed to talk to you this morning, so I'll try to give you a call back a little later. That'd be great. All right, thanks. Bye. I thought they set this up for us.
We tried everyone on the list?
There is one more guy.
Most of my memories with Manoj really center around making movies and playing tennis. And we always had fun.
Do you call him now? Do you try to get in touch with him sometimes?
It's funny. I stopped trying to get in touch with him because I started getting nervous. I thought maybe I was starting to achieve stalker status. This is just in my mind.
Take a left right here.
Yeah.
And just start counting the numbers half a block down.
This is his house. I just wanted to talk to you. I know, but we were... He doesn't live here anymore. Forget it. No, I know, but he just talked to you a couple minutes, sir. So people come around here often looking for him?
Fairly often, I think. More often than you'd like to have your doorbell rung, about just somebody being curious.
So how old was he when he started making movies?
I think it was 12, 13.
And one day he had one of the young people in the neighborhood dress up as a monster. And he stood at the top of the stairs filming madly.
We would film for one day. It would be a one-day movie. And then he would go home and edit. He'd have the screen go out this way, and then this way, and this way. And then he'd have it go, you know, like that.
What was the name of the film where the young woman is stabbed in the shower?
Oh, Psycho.
Psycho.
Yeah.
And I don't know how far he was going to copy that.
Do you have any of these movies?
I do. I have 2 of them.
Could we see those films?
No. No. If Manoj were to call me and ask for them, that might be a little different. Until then, let's keep them where they are.
You know, I have some of his films.
I have to tell you, I'm about to get on my knees here. We've been trying to see these films.
Why?
They're very hard to find. And would you be willing to show any of these things to us?
I would be delighted to show them to you.
Is anybody there? Hey! Help me!
See, they walk by. Oh, my. And see how that changes, that light. A scientific experiment. Oh! Did he execute himself?
Believe so.
I don't remember this one.
You are in the afterworld.
Who are you?
That doesn't matter. You are here because you are dead.
Dead? I can't be dead. I'm too young.
I'll give you one more chance.
Is there any chance that I could borrow those tapes?
Congratulations, guys. Roll 100.
The 100th roll. No champagne?
Not that kind of movie.
Well, even exchange here.
What's that?
Here for M. Night Shyamalan videotapes.
What do you want me to do with these?
I want you to watch them for us. There might be something in there. And I know what I want to do tomorrow.
I have seen Night's movies, yeah. It's obvious that he's aware that the reality that we experience on an everyday basis through our five senses is not the only reality that exists. There's a ring of authenticity to what he shows in his movies as someone who's actually glimpsed alternate realities.
In every culture around the planet, there are some people who seem more naturally to be inclined to pay attention to experiences that other people exclude. They may be called shamans, they may be called seers, witch doctors, medicine men, priests, or knowers, visionaries. And listen, I have to tell you that filmmakers, they're in a way a kind of shaman for the modern society. And I think that probably one of the characteristics of the shaman is that they are closer to the experience of danger than some of the rest of us.
So these shamans and seers, are they protected?
They are protected, but they're also susceptible to danger. The line between the healer and the sorcerer is a thin one. And if circumstances are problematic, that very person that is revered and seen as a healer and visionary can come under attack.
Well, this is about the best place to see it from.
Ah. I have to say the land around here seems rather mysterious to me.
The local high school kids think that there is a satanic church. They burn crosses.
Hey, John, right?
Yes.
Yeah. We were just wondering if we could stop by today.
There's tales that people had been drowned as witches in the ponds around here.
Just, you know, get a couple of shots right towards the entrance of the set there.
No, I'm sorry, you're not authorized for entry today.
It's kind of a little coincidental.
What is?
Well, that this mysterious movie is, here on this road that has all this folklore, whatever history. It's kind of spooky.
We couldn't just go on and get a couple of shots on the
closed set.
Okay, no, we can't.
No entry today.
All right, what should I do? Just
you need back up, turn around, and exit the property, please.
I assume it's to keep me safe. That's what he told me.
Do you feel the need to keep safe?
I feel safe with it on.
Well, let me get this straight, okay? I mean, you're supposed to be making a movie about M. Night Shyamalan, all right? But, you have photographs of these masks in a black car, spooky trees. I don't understand.
You mean, what does that have to do with M. Night Shyamalan?
Yeah.
Kind of like two movies going on. I mean, there's the movie I'm supposed to make down here.
All right, I can see the
stuff. And then there's the stuff that I'm really interested in that seems to be related. I'm not exactly sure I want to talk about it yet, but I feel this stuff is somehow related to him in a way that is not the movie they want me to make, but the movie that I want to make.
I don't understand the problem. Aren't you the director?
Well, I'm working for the network.
You have the choice right now to do what you want to do or what they want to do.
That is correct.
A lot of people don't have that choice. I don't have that choice.
Look, how many more of these approved interviews are we going to have to do?
Look, she's given us a list. Let's take care of some of the people on the list.
No, a buck says they don't even remember him.
Make it 20.
Fine, you're wrong.
There he is. Big brown eyes and a big smile.
So that's the way you remember him?
That's how I remember him.
Was he late ever?
Not that I remember.
Never.
I would have seen him come in. And I don't really ever remember him being late. And I don't really ever remember him having to call home sick.
Never sick?
Not that I remember.
No.
I mean, I'm sure he had his days, but I don't ever remember having to call home for him.
You know, in his second movie, Unbreakable, the character has never been sick.
Really?
Isn't that strange?
Huh.
Yes.
He sat in the back of the class all the time, and you always see his little hand go up. He had beautiful eyes, very dark, clear, very deep. My family, we used to say, oh, he was born old. And in his tradition, you would say he was an old soul. There was definitely some intensity, some fire in him to be connected to the spiritual world. You could feel that. You can see it in someone. You don't know what I'm talking about. You don't. Faith is the belief in things unseen, but we do have evidence of the soul. And in Manoj, I think you saw a child who had some deeper sense of the soul, than children usually have.
Did he have friends?
He was a very shy boy. He spoke a lot about one little boy, Henry.
Henry. Haven't heard his name before.
Oh, he didn't go to school here. He wasn't one of our students.
Maybe we could find him through some other means.
I don't think so.
Why not?
Manoj did a picture of him for me. Would you like to see it?
You saved it?
Yeah, well, it's an exceptional picture.
Children draw what they know. They draw what they know. They draw what they feel.
I'd just like to get your thoughts about it.
How old was the artist at this time?
12.
Okay. The line is heavy. There's a lot of intensity. This is somebody trying to say something. When you see a lot of this kind of marking, it can be indicative of a lot of anxiety or anxiety around the topic. And I would ask the artist, where is this person? Is this someone imaginary? Is this a ghost?
This is Henry.
Manoj did this?
Yep.
Can I make a copy?
Sure.
It's the interesting treatment of the eyes. What is that about? The figure almost fades. It's hard to know where the hair stops and, the background ends. So, why did he treat the page that way? So it'd be interesting to talk to this person. Again, you got to know who the artist is, what they're drawing, where they're from, what their experience is.
I'm looking for proof. It's got to go beyond Ouija boards and pictures, and, that may or may not be a ghost. It's got to go beyond that.
How much stuff did I show you already?
A lot.
And that doesn't prove it to be true.
Well, not conclusively, no.
Put yourself in M. Night's shoes. If you had his abilities, people would want stuff off you. Yeah. You'd have to be protected. If you are around him, the proof is there.
Are there any spirits in the room with a connection to a man named Manoj? Do you feel the need to keep safe? Is it...
Feel safe with it on.
They are protected, but they're also susceptible to danger.
You want proof? Examine the protection.
The black cars that are hanging around?
Yeah.
I'd say we're limos.
Yeah, limos for who?
Celebrities.
I'm sure I'm making way too much out of this stuff. I just need to satisfy my curiosity. I'm just going to go up and say hello to one of the drivers. If they're just normal limos, they'll have a friendly little conversation, or they'll kick me off the set or whatever, and that'll be the end of it. All right, take a look. Yeah. This guy's over here, all right? He's got no license plate. Here. It's got no back plate either. The windows are totally smoked. Not normal limos, Bob.
This is your defense. I'm your defense. Right now, the issue that I have is that there's dailies out there of you and Bob going off, Bob nearly getting killed by a car on a visit to set that wasn't sanctioned, starts his phone going 50 million times a day.
Yeah.
Right now, we're too early. This is a sanctioned piece with unprecedented access because...
Yeah, but you're like spouting the company line.
Of course I'm spouting the company line.
No,
we're 2 weeks into this thing.
I understand that.
They see all these dailies a day before we do. Why do you think the lab's in L.A.? We can be clever. I can get that film to be held up at photocam. I can get one set of dailies.
I got you. I'm just not used to having to justify every move I make as a filmmaker, and
I'm unable to protect you if you do shit like this.
I want the documentary that Night wants. Don't blow this. I want this to work, okay? So do the questions that you emailed me.
Okay.
Well, I like being there. You know, Peter Sellers is one of my favorite movies. That idea of an innocent telling something that sounds silly to everybody, and then it becomes truth, you know? That's real powerful. Obviously, Hitchcock's movies, you know? A lot of Hitchcock's movies. The Birds. And Psycho, you know, and all the usual. That's why I said the usual things. But you know, the idea in his movies of somebody. There's a third character, himself, you know, orchestrating the things that are going on there. The characters in the movie, and then him. You can see the hand painting the painting, and you're very intrigued about the hand.
That's why we're here, right? We're intrigued about the hand. The hand is your hand. In the films that I know, you've dealt with ghosts, superheroes, aliens. Do you believe in these things?
Well, that's not even really the point of the movies, you know? I mean, I guess that even the subject matter about whether it's a comic book or a ghost or whatever, it's things that you wouldn't believe in, and we're going to talk about them in a real manner, that we are discussing the possibilities.
Of?
Possibilities. Yeah. This morning I was kind of regretting a little bit doing this doc. A little bit, you know.
Why?
Nothing to get, just a sense of, you know, you know, vulnerable. You know, I don't know you. I'm sure you're a nice guy and everything. I don't know these guys, no. But, you know, people want to know how to make movies, and I thought it would be a good idea, but I was a little worried about it, you know? And that's what part of this, me saying yes to this doc was, me trying to let go a little bit so that I could speak, you know, without hiding as much. But hopefully it'll go well.
Well, we're certainly enjoying the process.
Yeah, I hope you are. I hope it turns out to be something people are interested in watching how I make movies.
So I don't know if I'd say outsider, but I mean, to the extent that you use that term, I'd say, yeah, we both probably were just because we're new kids in a big school, so.
This is so weird. Totally quiet here until you show up. And then there's this kind of weird noise, and it's just, I have to tell you, it's the weirdest thing around your friend, Night Shyamalan. Weird is always happening.
You know, I would help him shoot movies back in high school. I mean, I can remember hanging off the front of a Subaru, trying to shoot some scene where he wanted to show the street as you're coming up to the actors. And I remember the cops pulling us over and asking us what the hell we were doing.
How about dating?
What do you want to hear about? Him stealing all my girlfriends? No.
You stole one of your girlfriends?
No. Maybe one.
Now, what about these actors? Breakout movie, Sixth Sense, Bruce Willis is in it. Second movie, Unbreakable, Bruce Willis. And then there's, you know, with Signs, Bruce Willis is not in that. Was there, you know, is there a story behind Signs or behind the casting of Signs? Or?
Well, I don't think it was any, you know, he was dissing Bruce Willis in any way.
No,
I think he was simply, you know, looking to work with different actors, and that's not to say he wouldn't go back and work with Bruce Willis again. But you know, in terms of problems, I mean, there was, I guess, another actor that was considered for Signs. You probably know about that, though, right?
No, I haven't heard that. Somebody else? So what happened?
Well, there was a problem, but I mean, I'm just not. I'm probably not free to go there, and I probably shouldn't have said what I said. So if you could just take the head off of the film when it comes out.
Sure. Yeah, not a problem. But there was some. I mean, just off the record, some problem with another. There's another actor involved with Signs.
I don't know if it was involved, and I don't know the extent to which you. I can't get into it. I really can't. I'm not. I shouldn't have said what I said, probably, and I can't get into it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to catch this train. Okay?
Hi, Aunt Nancy? Hi, yeah, it's Nathaniel calling. Nathaniel. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it is late. I'm sorry. Well, okay, yeah, I have a favor to ask you. Remember that, the friend of yours you went to school with who was Johnny Depp's aunt? John.
Hi, good morning.
Hey.
Oh, wow, camera.
Yeah, is that okay?
Is it on?
It's on. Yeah,
oh.
it's okay. Hey, I'm Nathaniel.
Hi, nice to see you.
Hi, nice to see you. Well, thanks a lot for...
Sure.
Can we come in? Okay.
Yeah, please.
Go ahead, Bob.
So he's filming now?
He's filming now. Yeah, is that okay?
I didn't expect it so quickly.
That's a great place. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
Beautiful.
Thanks, yeah.
Wow.
Well, it's not mine, actually. Yeah, I got sandwiches and stuff if you want. I got... There's drinks, there's water, there's orange juice, there's...
We're fine.
Beer, anybody wants?
We're fine, totally.
Love a beer, actually. Beer?
Yeah.
Come on. There we go.
Service our Irish. So this way that, you know, you weren't working together yet. You were just having conversations.
We were just talking. We were really early on, you know, initial talks, you know. Yeah. It was about the strangest thing I've ever been through. With, you know, with regard to movies and stuff. I mean, and I've been through some weird ones. You know, director will try and, you know, get tidbits of your life, your past, whatever. And, you know, it's just sort of a quid pro quo kind of thing. didn't feel, it started out sort of like that, but then it went into this, like, went to another level, and it felt like he was fishing, you know, but deep, and it was, you know, like he was trying to put his claws into me, you know. Yeah. You know, they wanted me to sign all these papers, confidentiality agreements, promises not to speak about Knight and his world and all that stuff, and they even had, like, they had these quotes that I was to memorize if I was asked anything, and so these, like, responses basically that I was supposed to give if I was asked questions, which was, you know, pretty weird.
Do you remember them? What they were? Or?
I have vague memory. One of them, I remember because it was so goofy. It was, all people have secrets. Secrets are a good thing? No, is that it? All people have secrets. Life would be boring without secrets. Don't you think? And I remember because I had that question at the end. Don't you think? You know? And there was another one that I don't remember. But I do it was incredibly cheesy. It was like a George Bernard Shaw thing, quote, something like. It's really not, I don't know what he's up to, you know. I don't think anybody does, but it's not worth it, you know. I mean, it's only cinema, you know. It's only movies, man. You know? Just, you know, just have a good time. Step outside once in a while. Go get a donut.
Can you tell me anything about your character in this movie?
Well, you know, well, what can I tell you? I mean,
We know nothing about this. We're not able to find out anything about this movie, so
Oh, is that
except
so?
a little bit. I mean, we know, you know.
yeah, well, you know, like I said, I've been sworn to secrecy. I mean, if Knight gives clearance, then I can discuss it, but right now I can't talk about it.
Can you? Okay. I think you caught a glimpse. Do you have long hair in the film?
I don't think I'm at liberties to.
What can you tell me?
I can't say much. I mean, if this was an EPK, I could tell you a lot, but Knight would kill me.
This is a film camera.
Knight would kill me.
He's very secretive.
You know, as George Bernard Shaw said, he said the only secrets are the secrets that keep themselves.
Shaw said that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Knight's pretty, he's a pretty intriguing guy. He's masterminding this whole production.
Seems highly, highly protective and secretive.
Yeah, I mean, look, all people have secrets, you know? Life would be boring without secrets, don't you think?
All people have secrets. Life would be boring without secrets. Don't you think?
All people have secrets, you know? Life would be boring without secrets, don't you think?
I remember because I had that question at the end. Don't you think? And there was another one that I don't remember. It was like a George Bernard Shaw thing, quote, something like.
He said the only secrets are the secrets that keep themselves. Knight's a pretty intriguing guy. He's masterminding this whole production.
Well, I could definitely feel him trying to sink his claws into me. You know.
Hello? Oh, hey, Knight. How's it going? Sure, that'd be great. Yeah, I'd love it.
This is pretty, this is what I had in mind, actually, when I thought we'd go hang out.
Right.
The whole crew and everything.
Well, you know, we wanted to make sure we got an exposure, you know? I mean, it's a little...
But let's just try to hang out.
Right. Okay. All right.
Be cool.
We'll just hang out. Be cool.
Are you a clubby kind of guy?
No, not really. I mean, I guess
seem like a clubby.
No, I'm not kind of a clubby kind of. I mean, I think I overdressed actually for like.
Yeah, you look good though. You look like a job interview.
Is that what this is?
Yeah.
Right.
Tell me, you know, I get, you know, a little stiffness coming from you, but maybe that's just that's not. Is that? I'm not meaning in a negative way. I mean in a great way.
I don't know how you can have stiff be a great way. You know?
It's stiffness in a great way.
Right.
Formality. There's a formality.
Okay. Right. Well, you know, respect.
So what? You a wild guy?
Yeah, very wild. Extremely wild. Yeah, you wait. Now you have to get a drink. I have to get a drink.
Ease off the sarcasm. Plan is first to eat really fattening food, you know? I'm very disappointed that Philadelphia is no longer the fattest city in the country. We held that title for a bit, and I'm sad we lost it, but we're going to do our best, you and I, to regain that title tonight.
We will regain that title.
So, cheesesteaks tonight. None of you guys are vegetarians, right? So, this is Jim's Steaks here.
Right.
All right, I'm going to just get just a cheese stick with cheese whiz. Nah, no onions.
You gotta get this.
See, this is the cheese whiz. You got to get this. This is the best part. Right here. Look at this. He's like a painter. He's like an artist.
He's an artist. Same thing he's having, only with onions.
He says he can act.
Oh, really?
What can you do?
He does? Really?
Can you do drama?
All that. He is the drama queen.
He's a drama queen?
You know this guy? You know this guy?
I know he's fine.
He's fine. You hear this? This is M. Night Shyamalan. He's M. Night Shyamalan. He's the director of The Sixth Sense, Signs, Unbreakable.
You've seen those movies, right?
He eats her all the time.
Man, I was looking forward to this.
Excellent.
How you doing?
Hey.
I was wondering if I could get a picture.
Yeah, absolutely. Is that a camera?
Yeah.
Wow, let me see this thing. What is this?
It's a Sony Plie.
Look at you.
I record, actually I'm going to the concert, and I'm going to record the concert on my Plie.
That's illegal.
I know.
Listen, brother. You don't go into movie theaters and record movies, do you?
No, just concerts.
Look at me. Do you do that?
No.
Just concerts?
And I got
What am I pointing? This thing here? Oh, okay. Cool.
And then
is that cool or what?
That's cool. Okay, hang on. We need another one. Good. That's very nice. Cool. That's a nice one. That's good.
I know. Nice to meet you guys.
Sure.
Have fun at the concert.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks a lot for your time.
You guys better eat your cheesesteak.
Yeah.
Put the camera down and eat your cheesesteak while they're...
Now, you don't spend any time in Los Angeles, really, at all?
Not a lot. Usually when I'm almost completely done the movie, I fly it out there and I show it to them.
But you never wanted to work out. You never wanted to live out there or work out there.
No. You know what? It's almost sounding like an interview again.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry.
Let's just try to hang out.
Right. Okay.
All right.
It's been a long time now.
Let's go, big man.
It's been a long time.
Give me a break. You can play.
All right. Okay.
I mean, would you mind? I mean, I totally love your movies.
A Polaroid, yeah, sure. Yeah, why don't I get someone else taking it, you and me? Yeah, why are you taking it here? I should try smiling.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
I don't see that I have a shot here at all.
We're trying to go back
shot.
Very impressive. The bravado.
Plenty of power.
That's the plan. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He's bringing out the guns.
I don't have a shot.
Woo! Oh, just C-H-R-I-S?
Yeah. I'm really sorry, but it didn't turn out. Would you mind doing one more? I know.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. Kid, yeah, she wants another kid.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I was getting the vibe area, so pull back.
Yes, I sunk a ball.
I'm not sure what you just did.
I sunk a ball.
Huh?
I sunk a ball.
You used the wrong ball.
No, I didn't.
You did.
I sunk one of yours?
No, you used this orange.
So what? I didn't use the orange ball, a combination.
You didn't. You hit the white ball at all.
What are you talking about? Please.
I swear to God.
No.
You know, the thing that happened, and you were kind of upset that I was pushing in this personal direction. I didn't get a chance. I wanted to apologize to you for that. I don't mean to be, you know.
Well, I don't want an apology or anything. I just, just want to, said okay to the doc for a certain reason, that.
You know, in my whole thing as a documentarian, you find some kind of angle that's interesting, and you do want to.
Nathaniel, you don't have to have an angle. Why do you have the angle is why do you need to always find an angle on a subject? Where you were hired to make a documentary on me making movies, and that's what you're doing. That's the angle. If some guy comes up in the street and says, I talk to ghosts and all, that's just, and they ask me that, that's just. What they want to hear is that I do talk to ghosts and I do these things, but that's not,
Right.
It's not reality.
All right, man. I'll see you. Thanks a lot. That was really fun. Sorry about the pool game. I sort of sucked. All right.
It was really fun.
Okay.
Take care. Get
See you.
some sleep, guys.
Okay.
Good luck.
Come on, let's go. We gotta go back to the bar. Excuse me. All right. You took a picture of Knight earlier?
Yeah.
Did I see it?
So cute.
Yeah, I know. Everybody says that. There was another one. You took two, the first one.
It didn't turn out. It wasn't very good.
You have it, though?
My favorite is the bar.
The bar lady?
Yeah.
She took a picture earlier of Knight. Since she gave you the other one. Do you have it? Where is it? Great. Awesome. Okay, thanks. All right, so we want to get your read on something. I want to show you some picture.
Drinking buddy.
Yeah, here's my here's a picture of my drinking buddy. What?
You took this at the bar?
Yeah, but it wasn't my camera. This girl at the bar, she asked me to take the picture.
He looks like a Santero.
Like what?
A Santero.
What's that?
Well, there's these guys in my culture who they can communicate with the world outside of this world, like the spirits and and dead people, and when you look at them, when you see them, they look like this.
What do you mean with the light?
Yeah, with the light and all of it. I mean, that's interesting, but you know, you have to be careful. Do they know you have it?
I don't think so.
I have to go, you know, I'm at work, you know.
Yeah, talk to you later. All right. Are you Cecilia Meadows?
Yes.
The documentary film on Night Shyamalan. He gave us your name. So you guys went to high school together, right?
Yeah.
Right. Well, we were just have this doing it for the. So you haven't been in touch?
No.
And no desire to be in touch with him, or?
I mean, sure. This is certainly kind of in touch. I haven't really, you know, thought about that part of my life in a long time. So I always called him Noj, even when he changed his name tonight. I mean.
You remember him changing his name?
Yeah.
When was that?
Actually, right around senior year when, you know, he kind of had. I think he came into himself a little bit more in that time, and that's when he changed his name. We spent a lot of time kind of hiking and, you know,
That's so
poking
weird.
around.
I never thought of Knight as being an outdoorsy kind of guy.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Well, yeah, there's this place actually about 45 minutes or so from his parents' house, and we'd drive out there almost every weekend. There's woods, and there was a pond, and so that's where we would always go, and it was an important place for him, so we...
Really? Why?
He spent some time there when he was younger, and I don't know actually if I should talk about it, because it was a really big, kind of a big deal.
No, he gave us, I mean, he gave us your name, and he said we could talk to you.
Yeah, I feel like I'm maybe one of the only people he told, though.
Anything we shoot here, Knight's gonna see. And if he doesn't like it, and thinks it shouldn't be included, we'll cut it out.
He was about, I think it happened when he was 10. And I don't remember exactly, but he fell through the ice of the pond and almost drowned, and then was rescued.
I didn't know anything about
Yeah.
this.
He felt that what happened that day really kind of marked him in a way. And he actually gave me the watch. He was wearing a watch when it happened, and he gave it to me.
Really?
Yeah. I don't even know if he remembers.
Do you have it?
Yeah, of course.
Would you show it to me?
It's just a, like, regular watch.
$6:30.
happened that day really marked him.
Drownings can be particularly interesting if you combine it with hypothermia, with ice-cold water, because the physiological conditions that set in slow down the metabolism. They reduce the brain's need for oxygen. You can be clinically dead for an extended period of time and still be resuscitated.
Well, where are, or what are they?
It's a gray area. We want to think of the world black and white, life or death. But they're somewhere in between.
But there must be a limit, right?
At some point, it's just gone too far. They won't be able to bring you back. We don't know what that limit is.
Ask you, do you know anything about actually getting medical records? Or are they completely, is it...
Today, that would be impossible without the person's consent. There are, just within the last couple of years, there are absolutely ironclad rules that make it impossible for anyone other than the patient. If the patient's not asking for it, you can't get it.
Hi, Cecilia. It's Nathaniel. Sorry we're running a little bit late. We got stuck doing some things for the film. So just hang in there a little bit longer and we'll be there soon. Thanks. Bye.
How far out it is.
Hello?
Hello, is this Mrs. Shyamalan?
Yeah.
This is Nathaniel Kahn calling. I just wanted to ask you a couple questions about Knight, about when he was little.
Oh, okay.
Does this look at all familiar?
Yeah, actually. Yeah, see, there's this pathway over here.
Well, if you guys are ready, let's...
He's, even as a, very early childhood, he was a very nice kid. Every mother would like to have a kid like that. But then as he grew up a little bit, he was getting into this movie-making thing as his hobby. Writing stories after stories, He'll be typing away something at 1 o'clock in the night,
Bob, you okay? Well, with The Sixth Sense, his movies got darker.
I don't know, because he used to be afraid to be alone, He never mentioned anything that he saw or anything like that. But sometimes he'll be sort of afraid of certain things,
He was afraid of certain things?
Right, yeah.
Afraid of the dark?
I just heard a weird noise.
An arrest warrant for acts of witchcraft.
Before he wrote Sixth Sense, we used to read all his scripts. He used to give it to us. Sixth Sense, he didn't give it. From Sixth Sense onwards, he doesn't give me any copy,
He doesn't show you the script?
No.
It's right over here.
Oh.
In June of 1863, an Oxford area farmer named David Westover drowned under reportedly mysterious circumstances in Cole's Pond near Marshallton. It was only one in a long series of drownings and other unexplained occurrences at that Chester County location. Situated over a deep geologic cleft, the pond was long reputed to be bottomless, as the bodies of many of its victims were never recovered.
This is where it happened. There was a deer that had fallen through the ice, so he went out onto the ice to help the deer. And that's when he fell through.
Did he ever have an experience involving water at all?
water?
Yes. A bad experience involving water.
I don't think so. There, no. I can't recall anything.
He said at first he struggled, and then after a bit, he's just stopped and became really still.
Reported that Coles Pond had claimed they had another victim. Passers-by had been attracted to the site by loud and mournful wailing, and there at the edge of the pond they found young Josiah Bedford, cradled in his keening mother's arms, dead from drowning. Tragic drowning at Coles Pond, a mother grieves over her lost son amidst rumors of witchcraft.
And that's when he had this experience. He said he saw things, and he said he saw people. People that he had known who had died, and also people who he didn't know. Just people.
With her husband and child both taken from her in the same manner, Priscilla Bedford had carried the body of her young son into the lake and drowned herself as well, as if delivering him to his maker in person.
You know that watch you showed us? It stopped at 6:30 when he fell in. We found this in a local paper from the time. This is the story of when they pulled him out of the lake. And it says here that they pulled him out at 7:05. He was under the water for 35 minutes. He didn't almost drown to say he drowned. He was dead. Knight was dead.
Why are you doing this, Sam? Why are you doing this?
What they want to hear is that I do talk to ghosts and I do these things, but that's not, you know, it's not reality.
Mark?
Daniel, Callum.
Hello. How are you?
How are you?
Good.
Good.
Safe flight.
Camera?
If that's okay. Yeah, we've been shooting. Sort of shooting everything.
We've been shooting everything, that's for sure. You're not getting the core of what we originally talked about getting, and that's what really concerns me, because I just worry that you're not going to have anything. You're just going to have lots of footage of Polaroids and people in video stores and anthropologists and people talking about shamans, and I just don't know what there's no there. And worse, honestly, you're pissing him off. His publicist is like on the rampage, and so you know, if you're gonna antagonize your subject, at least it feels like you should have something that's real there.
I mean, I guess we come back to the idea that you know, I feel we're getting close to some kind of, I don't know, proof of something or some conclusion about him, and I just think that in the end that's more interesting than just the interviews with actors and being on the set, and I mean, I think all of that's great. But
Look, you know what, I agree with you. I think it would be great if this became more than just another puff piece about a great director. But what is it you guys think you really have? I mean, what is it? Just tell me what you really think is there.
Well, I think that we're still discovering what that is. Right. I think that's the problem. I mean, I know the time constraints.
No, but Callum, you've got a week left, so you've got to have some sense of what it is. I mean, what is it?
Well, I mean, I think it's a really fascinating portrait of where he's getting his inspirations from.
Okay, look, I hope so. You may find it in the editorial of it when you finally distill these various things together. Here's my point. You've got a week. You've got to at least get those interviews that we talked about.
I mean, we have Joaquin the day after tomorrow, you know, and that's great. Joaquin Phoenix,
yeah.
You know, Adrian Brody, and then Sigourney and William. I mean, we'll line these people up and we'll get that together. I think we can get those traditional elements of the documentary.
If you do everything else to the exclusion of that, and the other stuff doesn't work, you've got nothing left. And I'm sorry, I am not going to have nothing.
For Adrian, so could you come get it? Yeah, I don't know, they were supposed to send it to your trailer, somehow it ended up in my office. Okay, thanks a lot, bye-bye.
Hi, Alana. Joaquin didn't show up at his trailer. We were supposed to interview him, as you know.
I know.
He didn't show up.
He's not going to, he doesn't want to do it.
What? He doesn't want to do it?
It's not gonna happen. But you got great stuff with
Yeah,
Adrian.
no, we're contractually obligated. We have to get Joaquin, we have to get William, we have to get Sigourney, and we have to get all these people down.
But you know what's funny about the list that you just mentioned? Johnny Depp's not on it. I'm just curious as a producer, Callum, why you would spend all that money from your budget that's small to interview an actor that has nothing to do with this project.
Alana, is there something we can do to try to get this back on track and interview him? Because without
Look, you're
him...
not gonna get Joaquin, okay? But what you have looks great. The Adrian thing is great, it'll play well, and the stuff with Mike.
The actors are saying no, or you're saying no? You're denying us access to the actors, or the actors?
It doesn't matter who's saying no. The point is, he's not gonna do the interview.
How'd they find out? Well, who's the they? That's the point. If Sci-Fi finds out about this, we were there at that meeting. Mark Stern was clear. We have one more meeting with Knight?
Yeah.
What else are we doing here, Nathaniel?
It's documentary, Callum. I don't know. We gotta just start looking around. Let's try to find some other people to do Knight. Follow up on the Polaroid. Maybe we'll turn up something.
It sounds desperate. It sounds really desperate.
It is a little bit desperate. What else are we gonna do? Hi. Do you have a minute? I wanted to show a picture to you. Have you ever seen a problem like this before?
Thinking is some kind of smoke behind, like little. I feel strange when I saw this picture. Just. It's just strange.
What camera did you use?
A Polaroid. Polaroid camera.
Maybe slow shutter with the flash.
Slow shutter with the flash?
Yeah. Maybe.
No, it look like a smoke.
Smoke?
Yeah.
Maybe some filter on the lenses.
Something's on the lens?
Yeah. It feels like there's kind of the ghost around him. Someone behind him. I feel like that. It's not usual.
It's not usual. No, it's definitely unusual. Yeah.
It's unusual.
You do this all the time, right?
Yeah, but we don't see this kind of problem.
Hey guys, it's Mark Stern calling. Just wanted to find out how the Joaquin interview went, and want to make sure that you're using this time to get some really useful stuff. Let me know how you're doing, okay? Give me a call. Thanks.
He sees spirits. And he won't admit it, but he sees spirits. He doesn't sleep good at night because the spirits will wake him up certain times of night, have him write stuff. I believe he have a pencil and pad right by his bed every night. He can't go nowhere. His blessings are here. He cannot leave.
The power of both Santeros and shamans, it's considered a gift that can be taken away if it is not properly used and properly honored. The origin of this power is very personal and involves a formative experience that occurs most often in childhood. Do you remember when Night Shyamalan was shooting The Sixth Sense here? Yes. You do? It was considered bad luck for the Santero himself to travel or to leave the community, as his power was believed to be local in nature.
I tried to get him to look at, New Jersey a little bit, right across the river. Wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't go there. Wouldn't even look at the places.
Movie to movie, we move in a weird sort of a way inside of one circle. When I showed him things outside of that radius, he's like, it was very dismissive right away. We looked at some stuff up in the Poconos, want to know part of it. It's a 30-mile radius around the city, fanatical.
That's where the big fight takes place, in Dunn's house and the park, both. Any idea where the pond was? All of signs is right in here. Pharmacy, Ray Reddy's house. In the main house, somewhere over in here.
The house was a build, Nathaniel. They put it up, they tore it down. It doesn't exist. You gonna go stand in an empty cornfield?
Antique store, church funeral. That's where the set is now.
You guys look different. Different good, different bad? I don't know, I look older. Thanks.
Now, what about the places Knight lived?
Of course, Nathaniel and I were both at that meeting. We know what's going on. We know the priorities here, Mark, and we're going to deliver on those priorities, and we'll get those actor interviews.
Between 1 and 10, he lives in Penn Valley, all right? Between 12 and 15, lives in Wynwood. 15 to 18, he's in Penn Valley again, which is the house you have right there. So where was he between 10 and 12? He talks about Penn Valley, talks about Wynwood, but he does not talk about where he was between 10 and 12.
So what? Who cares where he lived from 10 to 12?
Because that's when he fell in the pond. Where did he live when he fell in the pond?
It's not in any of the research or bios?
No. It's in none of the official bios. No, he's totally avoided that time. House. What's that? On the video? No, we'll come back now. Come back now. Okay, bye.
This is right at the end of one of his other films. It kept rolling. I turned away for a little bit, came back, and this is what I saw. It's older. It's different footage, different style, different place.
Cornfields? Where do you shoot this?
Just keep watching. So nothing much was going on. And then this.
Oh, that's his mother. You found the house. Whoa. Back it up, back it up. It looks just like the house from Signs.
No kidding.
Hey guys, it's Billy. I think I found the house you're looking for. Give me a holler when you can. Talk to you.
Pond is here. That house is right here.
All people have secrets. Life would be boring without secrets, don't you think?
They wanted me to sign promises not to speak about night and his world. Life would be boring without secrets. I had that question at the end. Don't you think? Don't you think?
What can I tell you? My boss said you were interested in architecture.
Yeah, we're making an architecture documentary, and we want to know about the house.
Okay.
And
Well, it's basically your typical old farmhouse. The back end of it was built around 1760. There's not even paperwork on it. 1850, the front. It's been on the market for at least 20 years. It's been rented a few times, but it's been empty for quite some time.
Could we take a look inside?
Yeah, okay. This is the newer part of the house, say 1860, 1870. This wall separates the older part of the house, which would be around 1750, and this is indicated by the boards. If you look on the floor, there's thinner boards on the floor in the new part of the house, much wider boards in the old part of the house. And this is the kitchen, and these aren't the most modern appliances, but they're serviceable. And then that leads right here into the dining room. What was the dining room? Shouldn't be. We turned it off to discourage any kids from coming in. This would be the parlor.
Why is the windows covered?
This is soapstone radiator, pocket doors for air. It's really a lovely room. This is the dining room, and in the summertime it's surrounded by cornfields. I really have to go. I'm sorry.
Okay, Nora, just give me a second here, okay? We can just get a couple more stairs. Okay, all right, great. Yeah, we'd like to go out. Yeah?
Go ahead. Very uncomfortable upstairs.
You're uncomfortable upstairs?
Yeah. I just felt something. That's why I stopped. It's a typical old farmhouse. It's on 5 acres of land. There's 2 acres of trees and a pond, and that's about it.
There's a pond?
It's a lake, yeah, it's a pond. I think we might be able to see it out of the master bedroom, but I really have to leave after that.
What are you doing?
I thought I saw something in here.
What, other than the crow?
Yeah, before the crow. I saw some movement. I don't know.
No, there's no way out of here, man. So if there was something else in here, we'd be looking at it now, I think, huh? God, I wonder how that crow got in here. We got one more interview tomorrow, right?
You can't ask him. Not in the interview.
We have one interview tomorrow.
Yeah, you can't ask him.
Why not?
You can't. It's too personal, man.
Come on, he can't hide it forever. He's making movies about his life.
I'm ready to communicate with you now. Tell you my secrets.
He fell through the ice of the pond.
He lay on the bottom of the pool for 5 minutes, and when they pulled him out, he was dead.
He was under the water for 35 minutes.
You have a weakness. Water.
It's about belief, the act of believing.
He said he saw people.
I see dead people. Ghosts. They want me to do things for them.
People who had died.
He was dead. Knight was dead.
I hesitated for a while. More people that you let in and more people that you're intimate with. And I was nervous about working with so many actors. You know, you let them in and you only let a few people in that much.
They're part of your inner circle. Tell me about that.
I don't know if there's an inner circle. Sounds a little harsh.
You know, we've been asking questions and finding out about what people feel out there, what they feel about you. And they definitely feel that, you know, there is a kind of mysticism around your work and even around your own set. You know, your sets are very close.
Well, let... Cut.
Cut.
There's a certain world that you're gonna have to live in if you're working on this movie. And I think, you know, I don't choose actors who would be uncomfortable to be in this world.
In that structure?
In my world, right.
In your world. In the signs, you embed this kind of fundamental question. Are you the kind who sees signs, sees miracles, or do you believe that people just get lucky? Well, which group of person are you?
I choose not to see the world as random. That's a hard one to defend, that everything is so random. Doesn't it seem that there is a plan, an order, some kind of laws of things that we haven't quite understood yet?
I mean, in science, the water is the solution. And water's there all the time. Mm-hmm. It's in a lot of the shots. Mm-hmm. And water actually turns up in a lot of your movies.
Yes. Yeah, no, there is something... I'm not making that up. There is something about water. It's its purity and as a symbol, and in its actuality, it's the thing about life that you need. It's an essential of life. It's in religious ceremonies. It's in everything.
Right.
You know, that's from the beginning of time. It's been a kind of a baptism of some kind, you know?
You personally, I mean, do you ever think about water at all? Or, I mean, water seems like an important symbol to you. We actually went back to some of your, you know, the neighborhoods you grew up in. And it was interesting because reading the notes, you know, talked about you living in Wynwood and then moving to Penn Valley and all that, but there was actually a different house. You'd actually come from the country right before you moved to Penn Valley, and you were, for 2 years, you lived in a different place, sort of further out, Westchester way. Do you...
Yeah, you know, I forgot that one. Yeah, we just did a little bit. We were there. That's what I remember. We stayed much longer in the other, in Wynwood and Penn Valley.
Mm-hmm. It was like 2 years of your life, though, right? I mean, between 10 and 12.
I don't think it was that long. Was it that long? I forgot that one.
Listen, Knight, the thing is, we know why you've hidden that house. We know about the drowning. And Henry. Your movies aren't fiction, Knight.
Their autobiography.
What are you doing?
No, I'm just...
Seriously.
So we went. I never my entire M. Night had walk out the hell. So.
Talk to you for a second? Sir, could I talk to you for a second? Could I talk to you for a second? You guys have a minute to talk to us? Sure. Talk about the supernatural. Do you think spirits exist? Do you think ghosts exist? Do you believe in those things? These are the answers I want. Believe we have other lives. Do you believe in the supernatural? Do you believe in the supernatural? Something beyond just what we see every day. Ghosts? Spirits? All right, get the manager. Yeah, this is room 1506. Where is my stuff? Who checked us out? This is Nathaniel Kahn. We have not checked out. Who said that? Listen to me. I am Nathaniel Kahn. I have not checked out. None of us have checked out. Everything is gone. My stuff is totally gone. My computer's gone. Everything. My bags are gone, everything. The party has not checked out. We have not checked out. Hey, Bob. Nathaniel calling. Listen, I need you to do me a favor. Could you please give me a call? Hey, Callum. Nathaniel calling. I'm trying to get the guys together for a couple hours. There's some stuff I really want to show you, okay? Give me a call back.
Even if you feel like your voice is an awkward one or, a different one, once you hear it clearly and say it clearly, it does resonate forever.
All right, so I was thinking about all the crows we kept seeing and how crows always show up in mythology, associated with the trickster or death or protection. Hang on, all right. Here we go. If you can, so I just started pulling out all the crows. Here we go with crow number 1. All right, the crow goes. Right. Okay? Mm-hmm. All right, watch this. Now, this is the second time Knight looks at it. Now we go forward, okay? Go forward here. Goes to me. Look in the background right there. Look at that. What's he doing? But don't you think that's kind of odd? He's just sitting there. What's he doing up there? That bird is just like sitting there waiting.
Troubling me, Nathaniel. In 8 weeks, and this is what you dragged us here for.
Let's go to crow number 2. Okay, so you remember this day? Oh, okay. Here comes the crow. So, that's why I looked at it, all right? But then I backed up. Listen to this. Here we go. Who's he talking to?
Talking on a cell phone?
Can you? No.
He doesn't have an earbud or anything.
Yeah, Tom, if you can goose the audio on this. Here we go.
said. All worried about that one.
Are they lines? Is he rehearsing lines from the film? I mean,
You think it's lines from the movie? Okay. All right, fine. Just wait. Just wait.
still
Just
weird,
wait.
Nathaniel.
Let me show you the next clip. All right? I'll show you who he's talking to.
Trees and a pond, and that's about it.
There's a pond?
It's a lake here, it's a pond. I think we might be able to see it out of the master bedroom, but I really have to leave that to that.
You see it?
I can hardly miss it. Comes right through the middle
I
of the
don't mean to
screen.
crow. Let's play it again. Tom, can you take off the sound this time?
Turn that down.
Can you see it? Back up. Okay, go forward slowly, please, Tom. Bingo. Right there. In the mirror. That's who Knight was talking to.
Wow. We went in that room. Nobody was in the room.
Nobody had time to get out?
Yeah.
Can we to push in any closer at all and let's see what he can do?
So, 200 years ago, a boy drowned in Cole's Pond. Knight fell through the ice of the same pond and had a vision of that boy. He called him Henry. I believe that is Henry.
Guys can come in. Footage. Obviously, we think this thing's great. What's the concern?
It's not that it's not great. It's like we had discussed earlier, somewhere along the line, this documentary moved from where it started, and all we want to do is just make sure standards and practices is fine and the people involved are comfortable with what's going to air.
They're not going to be comfortable, okay? That's the point of it, that it's kind of more controversial than we thought it was going to be. So if there are legal ramifications that you're concerned about, that they have a real case against, then we should obviously talk about that. But barring that, we're going to air it.
One thing, Mark, if there's any way you could try to get us back for one more interview with Knight, that would be really fantastic.
I'll call him and ask, but we're going to air it.
I'm not meeting you today. I don't know what conclusions you've come to, what things you've made up in your head. Let me tell you some realities. No matter what you show, people are going to think it's fake. They're going to think someone made this all up. That's what this is going to be in the end. Some funny piece of entertainment. And when that's done, they're going to switch the channel and watch their favorite sitcom. No one's going to understand why you're doing this. They won't take it seriously. Not one single soul. I mean, think about it. What could you possibly show that they wouldn't think you made up? Have a nice life.
Do you believe in the supernatural? Ghosts? Spirits? Can I ask you guys a question about the supernatural? Do you believe in supernatural things?
Absolutely not.
Do you believe in those things?
Yeah, I actually do. I do.
You do?
Yes, I do. A little bit, sort of.
Sometimes.
I just believe there's a hereafter. There's something out there.
I believe in something beyond, yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen things. Figures in the night. People that aren't there. That just come and go.
White light just hit me and I couldn't see anything. I stopped, my dog stopped, we both looked into this pitch black environment and it was like as if somebody had a camera. But it wasn't like a camera light, it was like a weird energy. And I felt like, I don't know, energy, like a tingling.
So this was in the same house where her mother had killed her father. I mean, this sounds so cliche, but the room got very cold. It suddenly got very, very, very cold. And Sherry said, my father's here. And we're all like, oh.
I couldn't explain it. It'd be like sort of like a blur, you might say.
I mean, we had known him. We grew up together, and we saw him. And it didn't look like a white ghost. It looked like him. Just, he was there.
And it seemed like I was the only one who would see it. And I would be scared, you know what I mean? One time I ran into the wall and fell on the steps. I was so scared of this thing.
I thought I saw ghosts. I thought I felt some premonitions and stuff like that. Nothing happened as I got older, but as a child I did.
I remember two hands pulling me up from under the water, and I heard a voice say, Michael, are you okay? And I'm thinking it's my cousin. So I looked at the guy, and I noticed it wasn't my cousin. So I started looking for my cousin. They were way at the other far end of the pool. I turned back around and looked at the guy, and he wasn't there. Guardian angel. Just a protector. A watcher.
Life and death, I think they're all in the same circle, and they continue going over and over, and I don't think it ends.
Do you believe in the afterlife?
Yes. I feel like, and I don't know why I felt like this, and I always felt like this since I was a child, that I've been here many times before.
I think I live among them. Sorry.
You live among them?
Meaning they live among us, even though we may think that people that have been very close to us are no longer with us. I think they still are.
What would it mean to you if I could prove to you that the supernatural exists?
What would it mean to me?
What would it mean to you if I could prove that?
I would be afraid, I think. I don't know. But also a sense of calm.
I think that would be wonderful. Because there's so many people that really don't believe it.
And if I could prove that they do exist?
It would be a profound emotion.
I would be awesome. I would love to see that. I'd be like a little kid in a candy store, just glued to the TV set watching.
I'm one of those people that, for some reason, was chosen to see something like this. And yeah, I mean, I try to share it with people, but some people thinking I be playing or like I'm making a joke or something. I'll be dead serious.
I think it would mean everything. I think it would mean so much to the world. We need to know that these things really do exist. And I believe it with all my heart.
It would mean everything. It would mean everything.
People need to know.
It would give me, like, peace. Yeah, it would give me peace.
Next on Sci-Fi, scare tactics. On the next Sci-Fi Friday, first, it's an all-new Stargate SG-1. An intruder takes control of the team. Security is being compromised, turning friends into enemies. Open the gate! Daniel! Then, on an all-new Stargate Atlantis.
Tell me what you saw. A shadow.
There's something hungry growing in Atlantis.
This thing, it will kill us all. It's been trapped here for thousands of years.
I know I'd be pissed.
Sci-Fi Channel original series, Stargate SG-1 and Stargate Atlantis. All new this Friday, starting at 9. The West was a lot wilder than you think.
Now what?
Tremors 4, The Legend Begins, a Sci-Fi premiere this Saturday at 9.